All right. If you are not, for those of you who are building e-commerce stores, also know, do not believe the myth that you cannot have a Google business profile. You want to use that business profile to control your information in Google search and maps, and you can have one. But what you need to do is, well, if you do have one and you've claimed it, is make sure that you have uploaded your photos to your Google business profile and the photos of your products, and you've uploaded or added your services. If you've got services, maybe you're selling services or products, or maybe you have a combination of both. You could do that. You can utilize Google's Merchant Center 100% for free. A lot of people think it's for Google shopping ads, and it is, but not only that. So that's the paid version of Google Merchant Center. I am talking about using the free version. You can make sure that automatically you are uploading all of your product to Google, and you use this if you have a secure site. So you see the circle right there showing that you have a secure website. You can utilize that. If you have a secure checkout process, of course, we don't want people putting their financial information in somewhere that somebody could actually hack it and steal it. And you must have a visible return policy. Now, I've had many people tell me, well, Maria, my return policy is I don't take returns. That's great. But on your website, it has to say that in order for you to be able to use Google Merchant Center and to be able to even use the free version of that, you do have to say our return policy is we don't accept returns. Okay? Now, you also see that you want to make your payment process easy, everybody, especially with remote e-commerce. Understand we have our favorite payment tools. So if we're shopping 2 o'clock in the morning, laying in our bed all cozy, because that's when, just so you know, most women who are 35 and above shop at about 2:20 in the morning online. You don't want to get up from there and have to go to your purse, your backpack, or your wallet to now get your credit card because they don't have Apple Pay here, and that's all I use. Or they don't have Google Pay, or they don't have Stripe here, and that's all I use. Chances are that I will not do business with you, and that I will even scroll a little bit further to who has that payment option, just because I want to work with something that makes me feel comfortable and secure and already has my information. Okay? And of course, remember what I said at the very beginning about watching what we're doing mobilely and where we put our buttons so we can make it easy for people all day long to buy from us. Okay? Now, I didn't get a chance to talk about this here, but I want you to see it just because I don't want you to discount email marketing. It is the most profitable channel for a lot of e-commerce stores. So I really talk about this when I talk about, I do a session called Thriving at E-commerce, or Excellence at E-commerce, sorry, Excellence. We're talking about thriving with remote. So I wanted to talk about the tools and logistics and basically how you set up your success in e-commerce. But when we talk about excellence in e-commerce, I actually talk about how you can make your e-commerce store more profitable. And this is one of the unsung heroes. So just before we finish up, I'd like for you to take a look at this and tell me of the different transactional email flows. And these are the basic transactional email flows that every e-commerce store should have, because all of these bring money to an e-commerce store that you left on the table. What is the one that is the most profitable? Do you know which one here as you look at the different eight check marks? It is sunset. It is the sunset. So what is the sunset flow in email marketing? The sunset flow is when somebody hasn't opened an email for 3 or 4 times, maybe for 4 or 6 months, and you send them the email saying, you know what? I don't want to spam your inbox, or I don't want to stress it out. If you're not interested in this anymore, no worries. I will take you off the list. I do want to make sure you didn't miss this. And if you stay, sometimes, a lot of times with the sunset, people will give an offer. If you stay, I will give you an additional 10% off here. It is the biggest moneymaker. The biggest moneymaker of any e-commerce store is the sunset. And I will tell you, anytime I audit an e-commerce store, the sunset is missing. They don't even think about utilizing this. It does two things, just so that you know. It makes them aware and reminds them where they may be overlooking you just because of life. It also, though, helps you clean up your email list. So there is a part of email marketing called your deliverability rate. And when your deliverability rate is bad, which means that it's getting delivered, but nobody's opening it, so it's not being seen, and the email service providers are reading that, it actually moves you to the promotions tab, or it could put you into spam. We want to have a good deliverability rate so we look like we're prime information that's helpful to people. All right?